know you got so many important things to do, like sit around in your underwear watching YouTube. Life can be so depressing, but there's no sense in stressing. Come and see what's pressing with Richard, Burst-Lazarus, and friends. With Richard, Burst-Lazarus, and friends.
It's What's Pressing with Richard, Burst-Lazarus, and friends. With special guests, J-Ra, co-host of the Say That, Say This podcast, and musician Elijah Tucker. Now, here's your host, Richard Burst-Lazarus!
Thank you, Lee Alonso, everyone. Thank you. It's great to be back. Thank you. Good to be here. I'm always happy to be in New York because I live in New York. Like many buildings in New York, most of my windows face another building. I had a visitor from out of town. This woman, she came out of my shower. She said, "Richard, I don't understand. Like, there's a window in your shower. Can't everybody see in?" And I said, "No, look, you just shut it like this. It's glazed. No one can see you." She said, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. I think I just flashed all of your neighbors." And I said, "Oh no, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. It's New York. It happens all the time. I don't even bother taping my neighbors having sex anymore."
I'm
Let's let
uncomfortable
that
with
one
that.
sit there, yeah. I started this show about 3 years ago after I quit the iPhone. I did not get along with my iPhone anymore. She kept saying I need more space, and I kept saying I'm not really willing to pay Apple for that. This episode, I would say, on the awkward scale, I would say about mid-range so far. Mm-hmm. You know who can save any episode is Leah Alonso. Leah Alonso, everybody, with a special guest sit-in. Wait, one second.
That was awkward. That was awkward.
Because I forgot to introduce the guest. Guys, we've got a great show for you tonight. Elijah Tucker and J-Ra from the podcast Say That, Say This. Please give it up for Lee Alonso, everyone. So natural. It's like you've been working together for hours.
The beauty of music.
We have a special professional airplane to help us with our dances in this episode. I have high expectations.
I try to keep my expectations low.
Yeah, well, that's the secret to a functioning relationship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, what about you, Sharky? What do you Oh, but we've got an airplane now. She must work for Southwest. She's gone in 15 minutes. All right. Well, it's a great show. I just want to talk about a few things. I like to call this bit Trump Facts. And there's a song. I've already written a song for it, but it's really easy to learn. Okay. It just goes Trump Facts, Trump Facts, Trump Facts. That's it. Yeah. So now the power of broadcast is I can say something and like 10,000 people, or like in my case, maybe
10?
like 10 to 12. Yeah. And my mom, 13. So 13 people are going to hear this. So the way Trump Facts works, this is a very simple game, and all of us are going to play. I just say something on television, and then everyone has to believe it. Okay, so here's an example. In Prospect Park, like when you're running in the loop, counterclockwise is the correct direction to run in the park. Ready?
Trump fact.
I didn't have it.
Okay, so now you go, Leah.
Trump is signed up for a special hand surgery, and he's going to have his hands changed with a gorilla.
Really?
All right, Sharky, have you got one?
So I have a brother who works for NB Under the Sea, and he said that Trump signed a deal with Playboy to do a photo shoot with Ivanka in the March issue.
Trump fact.
Sonia, any Trump facts you You want to add? Let's talk to some guests. My first guest, he's the co-host of the Say That Say This podcast with Mosta. Please welcome J-Raw, everybody. J-Raw. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Please sit down.
Oh, I finally made it to say. What's up, Shawty? My man. What's going on? What's up? How you doing?
Oh, good. How are you?
Feeling good. It's nice.
Yes,
Nice to be
it's
on
a
the
nice
couch.
day. What are your plans for today?
Typical dad Saturdays, runs the Walmart and
A dadder day?
yeah, that's what happens when you're a dad. You got to go on your off days. You got to just do Home Depot trips.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been missing all this time. That's why nothing gets fixed around my apartment, because there are no dads.
I never said I fix anything. I never said I fix it.
Yeah, it strikes me like Angela strikes me as the like take care of things
Yeah.
person. Yeah, Angela grew up in the apartment where you're living now.
Yeah.
Right. So you're like part of an institution.
Yeah, I guess so. When you think about it like that, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you married into local Brooklyn royalty.
Dad, it makes it sound like you was vampires or something. Think of it like that,
What
yeah.
kind of vampire would you be?
Oh, I probably would be the lazy one. I wouldn't be the one.
Yeah, like
that-
living in the blood bank.
Yeah, I just keep it on ice.
Okay, so what about your kids? Because your kids are 11 and 12?
11 to 12, yeah.
Your,
Oh,
your
they
son,
were-
I call him Jason.
Yeah, little J,
Yeah, you call him Little J.
little Raw.
Little Raw, I see.
Yeah,
Because
Little
you're Raw. Can you explain the
Name.
origin of J Raw?
Okay. J Raw came about one time I was wearing a friend of mine's basketball jersey.
Yeah,
in the
like
sun.
you do.
Yeah. I was wearing his jersey, and another friend seen that I had no t-shirt up under the jersey. And so he said, yo, man, look at J Raw up under your jersey. So the name just kind of stuck with J Raw, because I was raw.
Wait, let's just pause. Let's just hold for a second. to find the J.
She's a plane and a bird in a hat, flying around the
All
park
right, so
today.
I dig
it's
it.
all right. Yeah, if it's on TV, it doesn't look as surreal.
So-
Yeah. So okay. So let's talk a little bit about the podcast. I listened to 444 episode.
444 episode.
Yeah, because you guys were really excited.
Yeah, I mean, that was, we was all waiting for the Jay-Z album to come out, and when
Yeah.
it finally came out, we was all pretty much, like, wow.
Yeah,
It was
that was my reaction.
his album brings it all into perspective, about poverty and growing
Right.
out of it and building
Right.
wealth.
Yeah, legacy.
Yeah, legacy. And he older than me.
That's right. I'm older than you too.
I don't think so.
No, I am.
You are?
Yeah, we did the math on this. I was smoking a lot, but I was.
Oh.
But it turns out I'm 3 years older than you.
Okay.
Do you believe me?
I think you was smoking a lot, so I don't think that's accurate. But I'll let you be older than me. I'll let you have that away.
J-Raw, is there anything? Can we like have a nice like a good hard plug for the podcast? What's
Sure. We talk about any and everything, politics, entertainment,
Yeah.
just walks to the corner store,
Yeah.
Just typical good banter and good humor.
Yeah.
Go with it.
All right. Well, thanks, J-Raw. That was a great interview.
Thank you for having me, Rich.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Thanks, J-Raw. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with our mysterious sit-in, Elijah Tucker. Coming back with Elijah Tucker, everyone. All right, thanks, man. All right, welcome back, everybody. Very excited about this next cast. Please welcome musician Elijah Tucker. Elijah Tucker, everyone.
Oh, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have
Yeah,
you.
sure.
Yeah. How you doing? Great to see you.
Great to see you as well. 2 times in 2 days.
Yeah, because I borrowed a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have
which I
talk
promised to
about
give
it.
back.
Well, talk is cheap.
Not cheap enough. So, speaking of cheap, this is my. You grew this beard for free.
I did.
Well, with talk show hosts, we only grow a beard like when we're fired?
Uh-huh.
So does this mean you're quitting like 4 or 5 different bands?
It's a very interesting and astute observation. I have the last 10 or so years of my life has been characterized by a very joyful hustle. I've like worked hard. I've like looked for every opportunity to work, and for the first time this summer, I got off that train.
Yeah.
And
did what?
I wrote. I spent a lot of time in nature.
Now, when you say nature, because my best friend Erji, whenever we come into the park, she says, nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I look around this place, and there doesn't seem, I don't think there's anything natural. Like, everything has been put here by man in Prospect Park.
She's
Olmsted and
Vox?
Fox. Erji is not wrong. And I know this because over in that part of the park, where near my house, where you enter, which
do you want
says,
to give your address?
no,
Okay.
there's a sign which says nature. And that's how I know, and I'm not kidding, this is for real. And that's how I know that
Is
we
that
are
all
in
that
nature.
the sign says?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a quick, can we do a dance break? All right, we got to do a dance break.
He was touring the nature. He was taking it in. Oh, he loved nature. I love nature. And nature loves me.
Yes, Leo Alonso.
Thanks.
Sonia the Plane, new nickname. Okay, so tell
Speaking
me,
of not working.
where you were and where you went when you were
So
there.
I began in Scotland, and I was up on the north coast of Scotland.
That's awfully far north.
It was cold.
It was summer.
The weather was perfect in New York when I left, and I got off the plane in Scotland and thought, what have I done?
See, that's why I never leave New York.
Well,
What if the weather improves?
but yes, I started in Scotland, then
So-
I went down to Paris, then I went to Milan, Barcelona,
Right.
and
I've been to Barcelona.
the greater England, but specifically Oxford.
I can't think of 2 more different places, almost like set in different times than Barcelona and Oxford.
Oxford is definitely a place. Time, I don't know what the right word is. Time speaks loudly in Oxford. What drew me to Oxford is my love for Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials,
yeah.
his trilogy that
Yeah,
many people have
yeah.
read, and
Oh, yep.
so I found out what area that that Philip Pullman lives in,
Uh-huh.
and somebody told me. So I go, I knock on the door, and I think this could be weird. He opens the door.
Just then you thought.
He opens the door, he looks at me, I look at him, I said, please pardon my intrusion, but are you Philip Pullman? He says, yes. I said, and I'm here at your doorstep to thank you for your work. And he looked at me and said,
He said, "Fuck off."
I was prepared for that. He could have. I gave him that opening. He goes, why don't you come in for a drink? And we sat in his kitchen and we had tea for about an hour and a half.
Did you guys jam?
I sang for him. I sang for him and his wife. So I had written this new song just about a week before that incorporated a piece of the myth that he created in these stories.
Well,
the idea is...
Yeah, we've got to take a quick break, but
Sure.
can we come back and you'll
Yeah,
do
I'd love
this
to.
song?
Love to.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with a new song from Elijah Tucker, "Talk Talk Talk." Welcome back. He's got a new album out, Heyday. Right now, we're gonna hear the song "Talk Talk Talk" by Elijah Tucker. Take it away.
You've got dirt on your forehead, were you praying again? Now your arms are animated, are you playing again? Those lines were drawn before you ever came to this place. Stones were laid, a work of unimaginable grace. Do you carve the back of the marble? Do you love all the way? Are you ready for destruction, or have you more to say? Say it now. No matter the time it takes, say it loud. Spill your love and leave nothing to fate. Tell the truth. Confirm your feet are ready to walk. We're with you. We're listening, so talk, talk, talk. Talk, talk, talk. Talk, talk, talk. Tell about the dinner that you ate last night. Tell about the teacher who taught you to write. And tell of everything until you melt back into night. Now as you near the finish, it's time to be firm. 'Cause everything is ending now. Go live what you learn, live it now. No matter the time it takes, live it out. Spill your love and leave nothing to fate, live it true. Gather stories for your final walk, we're with you. We're listening, so talk, talk, talk.
Yeah, Elijah Tucker, ladies and gentlemen. The album is Heyday. Thank you. See you later.